Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've got a lot of music equipment, you watch a lot of YouTube videos about music, you listen to a lot of music, you read a lot about music, and then it hits you.
I haven't made any music myself in a while.
Get back up and fight.
So here's what we're going to do today, a 5-minute challenge. We all lead busy lives. Most of us don't have 8 hours a day to devote to music, but we can all find 5 minutes to get the creative juices flowing, right? Ugh. I just grossed myself out. I hate the term creative juices, but it's out there now. It makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, sometimes the idea of producing an entire song or an entire album can feel daunting, but coming up with an inspiring idea in 5 minutes or less, that's doable, right? Of course it is. All right, here's how it's going to work. Step 1, open your DAW of choice with a blank session. New song, my blank template, wabam. It's blank, it's got a vocal, so sue me. Step 2, start a 5-minute timer. Normally I would just use my phone for this, but since I want you to see the timer as well, I'm using this nifty little website called Egg Timer, and I can just type in a time or just click there, and it starts. Number 3, try to come up with a musical hook that inspires or excites you. Number 4, if it doesn't happen, you only lost 5 minutes. But why are we doing this? Because creativity happens within boundaries. Every painting has an edge. Every song has an end. I'm not going for a big, hairy, audacious goal of a 12-song album today. I'm going for getting inspired in 5 minutes. And I'm going to go first. Wish me luck. Okay, I've tuned up the bass before starting the challenge. That feels fair to me. I'm going to name this track Bass. And the context today is I've got a challenge for my VIP members area where we're doing an almost all MIDI challenge. I haven't done my challenge yet, and I don't even know what I want to do, but the concept is a song that is mostly MIDI and can have 2 audio tracks. So I'm going to make one of my audio tracks bass because that sounds fun, this cute little short scale Ibanez, and then do the rest MIDI and maybe have a vocal track in there. Today I'm not tackling that entire project. I just want to spend this 5 minutes getting inspired and coming up with some sort of a cool idea that gets me excited. Okay, bass is tuned. I feel like it's time to start the timer. I'm going to try to talk you through it as I go, but I'm mostly just going to work and see what I can come up with in 5 minutes. I like being backed into a corner, but goodness, I'm nervous, and I'm in a room by myself. Okay, here we go. Timer is rolling. All right, I'm going to start off with a drum beat. I'm going to get Empire in here, and I'm going to create a pattern. Let's convert this to a pattern. All right, and this is going to be just a 4 on the floor kick pattern that is too loud. So let's get a loop going here. Goodness, okay. Let's go. It's too fast. I just have an idea of this. All right. Let's get 4 bars looping. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Okay, got it. like that last one there. So that'll be like my part A. What'll my part B be? Like a different groove here. Let's just loop it and find out. Maybe it's turned into like a blues thing. Ba, 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 ba. So then all together we got A, now real quick, let's get a vocal on top of that. Duplicate, set the input back to, I'm not gonna have time. Set the input back to here. I had the inputs wrong the whole time. Here we go, and record. All right, timer's up. Whoa, that's annoying. We made it. All this talk of creativity, and I came up with the 12-bar blues riff. But it was fun, and I do feel inspired. I have that little tingle in the back of my neck. I'm thinking Stranger Things right now, where I want to go flesh this out further. This may never see the light of day, and I'm okay with that. There's one part, the high octave on the 4 was out of tune. I don't really care. It's just, this was a fun creative exercise for me personally to just feel like I'm creating. And this, if I do this regularly, even just give myself 5 minutes a couple times a week to do something like this, big ideas will start to come, and I won't feel so stagnant like I tend to do musically. Even though I'm creating all the time, making videos for you, creating stuff for lots of creation happening in my life, but to personally create music just for me that may or may not see the light of day, that's really helpful. Now, the whole 5-minute timer thing, I'm not interested in speed. I'm not interested in being fast. I'm interested in being forced. Here's what I mean. As much as I would love to have endless time to work on projects, the data seems to indicate that we work better, or at least most of us do, with some sort of deadline, with some sort of boundary. Otherwise, we just don't get these things done. So the reason, it doesn't have to be a 5-minute timer. Maybe for you, it's a 50-minute timer. But the idea is I back myself into a corner, and I always am surprised that I'm able to create in that environment, almost like I can only create in that environment. That's interesting. Live performers perform in front of people. They intentionally put pressure on themselves to perform. A lot of times they're not just studio musicians, they also play in front of people. Anyway, that's food for thought. But now, my friend, now it's your turn. Go do this 5-minute challenge. Find 5 minutes today to sit down and do something in your studio, and then come back and leave a comment. Just let us know how it goes. You don't have to share it with us, but just let us know. Did you come up with something you're excited with? How did it go for you? I would love to hear it. All right, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do. My name's Joe from Home Studio Corner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.